at one point you just stopped appearing on The Tonight Show.
I did?
Yeah.
You know, I think they banned me.
Because?
Because I walked out on This Is Your Life.
You may be the only person to have ever done this.
I am.
What happened?
Well, when they got me to where they were going to shoot, I mean, you know, they're ready for you.
You thought you were there for what?
I thought I was there for a new series that NBC was doing with directors. Once a month, a new director would interview somebody they worked with or on their talk about their movies. And would I come on with Brian De Palma and talk about Dressed to Kill?
That's what you thought you were there for.
I didn't even comb the back of my hair
Right.
because I knew it was just him and me. And so when they said, "This is your life," I looked around and I was as if I was stabbed in the back. And I said, "Oh no, it's not."
But I think you used more colorful language.
I said, "I am not doing this show." And they said, "Yes, well, this is we're doing this." I said, "I'm not doing this effing show."
Okay. Now,
Finally, I had to go to that.
Right. Because they were trying to convince you. They were saying, look, there are people waiting out there. There are people that have come from your hometown.
Oh, yeah, they spent a lot of money.
And who else had shown up?
Bob Hope, Burt Reynolds, Earl Holliman, maybe Michael Parks, I'm not sure, but Bob Hope said, "Thanks a lot. I left dinner with Colin Powell to come and be told you're not going to be there." Well, I said, "Hey, Bob, I did not plan this."
Now, why were you so against doing This Is Your Life?
Because it's just, sit there and listen to this praise from other people and not speak. I said, "I'll show you how to do this show. You bring me on and I'll tell you why they're great." Not talking about me. I mean, it's outrageous, still is to me.
You just weren't comfortable with the idea of people lavishing
Well, it's a
praise on you.
stupid show. The way they do it. They should do it the way I just described.
Right.
I don't want that praise and I don't want to, no. And I didn't know who was there.
Right.
I thought my daughter was at a dance lesson. And I certainly didn't know Bob Hope was on his way.
I think it takes a lot of chutzpah to say no when you got Bob Hope waiting out there and Burt Reynolds
But I
to
don't
say,
know that.
Right. Oh, you didn't even know that at the time.
Oh, no.
Right.
No, there was no audience. There was just a room with
Right.
microphones and
Okay.
Pat Sajak and Ralph Edwards. And also the whole idea of trapping somebody off guard. You know, hey, I have enough trouble when I know I'm going to be photographed.
You successfully eluded the This Is Your Life dragnet.
Yes, this was pretty obviously not going to happen. And I think they banned me from The Tonight Show. I've never been on since.
You also refused to write an autobiography. You turned down a lot of money.
Well, I did, yeah, it was a fair amount.
Like $1 million?
No, no, 75,000.
Okay.
No, $1 million.
Hello, publishers.
Yes, I'll say.
Why didn't you want to write an autobiography?
Well, I submitted something to them. They said, "No, you have to make it much juicier than this." And I said, "Bye-bye."
What do you think they wanted from you?
Everything, sex stuff, boyfriends and all.
And you didn't want to talk about that?
Not at that point, I didn't.
Afraid to go home, for fear they won't be taken care of. These are the soldiers who lost their legs or in such a fashion that they couldn't use them. And so I said, well, if they're afraid to go home, well, let's bring home to them. And that's exactly how This Is Your Life started.
This is your fault.
Another about 40 minutes to go.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ralph Edwards. Mr. President, just watch the monitor.
My son's wife.
And if you folks want to look at a monitor.
Yeah, I want to check it right here.
Hello.
That's our lighting man.
Hi, lighting man.
Now,
That's the fellow I want to meet.
let me put this on you, Angie.
Oh, no.
George, would you check on videotape, please? Thank you. Okay, let me put this on.
But,
Now, excuse me, just let me tell you what's going
Yeah.
on there. We have a cameraman in there,
Uh-huh.
and we've got you on all the monitors, and we're going to do an opening with your picture on all of those and do a little montage and put Brian on all of them, do a little trick stuff. So that's what's going on there.
wait on that till we're going to shoot.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, wait till we're
Brian's-
shooting. It could be 10 more minutes.
All right.
Right.
Because
Let
Brian's
me go
not here
get
yet.
Brian.
Forgive me, but then it'll just come up again. But this doesn't seem very. Can we?
We'll move him around. Just let me get him, and then we'll look at it on camera.
Oh, okay.
Incidentally, these are robotic cameras. That's why you're not seeing any people here. So we've got a man in there that's going to
Okay,
be working
fine.
it out.
So just the two cameras.
Yes.
Okay. And
All right.
they're both singles, or are they over shoulders?
They're singles, and then we'll go to 2 shots.
Oh, you mean so you can change it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, fine.
All right.
All righty. Listen, I got my left side. That's all I care about. No, that's fine. But I mean, if we're both out like this, we're not.
Oh, can I interrupt?
Hi, Pat.
Angie, how are you?
Great.
Am I interrupting anything?
No, it's
Oh, an
just
empty
how-
chair. I love. Maybe you can interview me.
How have you been?
I've been great. Are you doing this? Are you doing this director's show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I saw your face and I had to come
Oh,
in and
I'm
say
so
hello.
glad.
I'm doing a show down the hall. They're doing. They're bringing back. It's a great American tradition. They've asked me to host it, and I'm very
Yeah.
excited. Can I?
Yeah.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah, because
Can
we're
I
waiting
try
for
out?
Brian De
Good.
Palma.
Let me read something. This is my
Okay.
opening line.
All
I trust.
right. Okay.
I trust your
Thank you.
professional
You know,
input.
I'm blunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, listen to this. Tell me if you think this is too hokey. This is like my opening line.
Okay.
In your classic movie and television roles, you've captivated our hearts and captured our eyes. But it's your turn, our turn now, to capture you, because tonight, Angie Dickinson, this is your life. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. We're here because, you see, this studio, this $1.95 studio is not really lights, camera, action.
And you're not doing my life.
We appear to be doing it with Mary Blake,
I'm not doing This Is Your Life.
No?
I don't.
Well, you have to discuss it with your friends.
But
And
I can't fucking. I won't do This Is Your Life.
well,
I'm not going to.
yeah, it's we will carry you along. We will carry you along. Your agents, your friends, your former friends. I'm only a worker here. I'm only a worker
Once
bee.
Burt Bacharach asked me, he said, I have to tell you, they want to do This Is Your Life. And I said, I'll kill you and I'll walk. I will not be around.
Well, we'll see you folks down in the studio, I'm sure, real soon.
So this show is entirely scripted. And went to the studio.
Louis De Palma.
So don't even say a word when she gets in. Just sit there, just be quiet. This is very interesting. Is this exciting? Aren't you glad we're doing this live? Oh my God, it's a switchboard ringing now. So, of course, once you see the show on the air, there will be subtitles.
And it's something that
Go ahead and do your story. You won't do it with me.
we will, if we read some of it to you, would you do? Because it has a
No.
lot of
I have
things
no
that a lot of
participation in
people
it. No.
can be
No, sorry.
helped with.
No, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, no offense to your show.
No,
I just don't want it
This
in
will be
any
the
way.
first out of all these years.
That's all right. I don't
I know,
mind. I'm
I know.
usually the first.
If I showed the script to you and we talked about it,
No.
the
Everybody who knows me well knows I would not stand for this. Only Bert knows, obviously.
yeah,
But at any rate, whatever you want to do. I mean, not whatever you want to do. Is Brian De Palma coming?
I honest to goodness don't know.
Is Brian De Palma coming?
I can answer that
If you
question.
don't-
No.
If you, isn't?
Good night.
No.
Good night. Good night.
It was good seeing you. Sorry.
That's all right.
Well, what? Well, let's again. We get him on the phone or something.
No.
No, this was all
yeah.
subterfuge. So,
What do you mean by that? Oh, do you mean our getting up?
everybody in my life here.
If you don't like the show, we won't air it.
I don't want to go through it.
It'll be so much fun. It's 22 minutes.
I
We ran through it. It took 20 minutes to do.
don't want it.
We've got.
I can't stop you. Go right ahead.
I mean, I don't want you to be upset. I want you to. This is.
I won't. I'm not upset. I'm just not cooperative.
I know. I want it to be a night of fun and revelry.
It's not fun and revelry. I don't
It will
want
be.
it.
Yeah.
May I suggest that perhaps the three of us talk to Angie and then
Okay.
and we'll maybe leave.
Okay.
But then maybe the three of us could listen.
Okay. Because we have fun and games.
I wouldn't settle for fun and games. I came here to do
I know,
something
I
for
know.
HBO.
That's the nature that they do these.
I don't. Well, that's their problem. It's not mine.
Okay, we'll go out for a walk.
Well, may I say that I'm sorry. honest
Oh,
to
don't be
goodness.
sorry. I'm
No,
sorry for you. You're the one without a show.
Well, but we'll have other shows.
I'm not
We have-
offended.
but
I just won't do it.
It's, you know, it
Let me
has
save it.
some
That's
great things
too
in
bad.
it that would help
Sorry.
a whole lot of young kids.
I can't help that. I'll help them another way.
Why don't you, this is private.
Oh, I love you. I love you more. Oh, Dad. Thank you, Pat. Gosh, you had me.
And we really love Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, good. Well, that's good. I'm sure.
Why don't we just go in this room with ourselves?
Let them talk. You can talk in here.
No, we don't trust the cameras.
Well, turn off the cameras.
No, we'll go right in this other room.
Sweetheart, let me give you a wipe.
Oh, I thought it was on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't want to walk up with a chair.
Okay.
Angie's a wonderful, wonderful woman,
Yeah,
and
sure.
I've done shows. She truly is, and she's been very apologetic. But listen, the woman didn't want to do it, and I respect her. That's the way she feels, and she's out of here with no ill feelings, but it just wasn't something she would.
So just talk among yourselves for the next half hour or so. But we will not be saluting Miss Dickinson tonight. But it's a wonderful life, and here it is. If anyone would like to read it.
We have Ann Campbell in the audience.
Ann Campbell, this! Remember those days in Guam during the war? Well, anyway, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. What's that? Well, she hasn't lived a long enough life yet. She's just, we'd have to do a pamphlet, not a book. Anyway, thanks for your patience, and in a moment we'll find out exactly what's going on. My hunch is you're all going home early, but thank you for coming, and we'll know more in a moment. Stand by.
You look great, though.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel good. That was fun.
Boy, you're going to have stories to tell. Holy God. Unbelievable. Well, I think on this account we should give out Angie's home address. So we haven't seen television like this since divorce court.
We're in total shock. I mean, you're like, this is a piece of television history. This is the first time in over 40 years somebody refused to do the show. I mean, Angie's family and friends and stars and everyone she doesn't want to see. She's already, as they say, Elvis has left the auditorium. She's gone. She doesn't want it to happen. Do they know it? Well, of course they know it was. Did you ever see that side of her? What can I say? We're invited here for a night of fun, and the only person who didn't think it was Angie.
Who'd we miss?
Can we see the clip again?
I gotta tell you,
Maybe we should do the show without her. Here comes the montage. Look at that.